Alright, so it's the next day, and now that the tub is finished being removed and everything is cleaned up, I'm going to finish wiping everything down with a bit of some more mold cleaner, and then I'm going to get underneath and I'm going to treat the area around where the access door comes off. I'm going to get the rust off, any loose metal, and then I'm going to spray with some rust paint to keep it from corroding anymore. Before I add a new door, I want to use diamond plating. I'm going to be using diamond plating most likely to build a new access door for where the water heater is and to fix the generator access door. So I'm going to need to buy probably 2 sheets of that, which will be close to $300. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I will at some point, and add a locking mechanism to the door that is where the water heater is now, because that's where I'll be having my solar battery set up, and I don't want anyone to be able to just come steal my lithium batteries. So with that being said, I'm going to get under, I'm going to dress that, and then I'm going to get sanding on those pallet boards so that I can finish lining the cab area and then facing the sides and top of the loft, which I'm still not 100% sure decided on what I'm going to be doing here, but I know I'll have my planters on either side, and then I'm going to have space for storage bins at the back, and then I'll kind of just build out this closer area as like a little bit of an office space, and then I'll probably add a lip so nothing flies off, and probably something to secure the bins there as well. So we're gonna get started on those pallets. Hopefully I can finish majority of them today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do my best to install those. So I also want to seal off the exterior windows around the trim and fill in the gap at this top loft window, redo the gap here at the freshwater tank, and there was a couple others, but I'm just now forgetting. But yeah, there's some for the generator wiring, and I believe there's some under the bathroom sink. Oh yeah, and there's this drainage hose for the freshwater tank that I want to seal as well. So hopefully I can get all that done tomorrow, but for today's video we're just going to finish up what we started yesterday and see what kind of progress we can make on those pallets. So see you then. So I addressed all of the exposed rust with the rust paint. I'm gonna be undercoating this, the whole underbody, like where the flooring's exposed, as well as some of the frame, so I'm not gonna do that all right now. But I did do my trailer hitch, and I'm going to be doing this whole rear bumper, but this all needs to be sanded first. This was pretty smooth. It's just surface rust, but there's some corrosion. Well, not some, but plenty. So I'm gonna be sanding all this, taking all the little things off, take this guy off, and give it a good coat, and I'll probably put a asphalt undercoating on the bottom of it just to protect it from chips and whatnot. What on earth? Anyway, that's where we're at with this. So that's done. This is the old plate. I have it on the inside rather than the outside right now because, well, for obvious reasons. I don't want to drill it back on for no reason. I'm putting a new door in, so when I get my diamond plating, it will basically be here, 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 and here. The old one was a really long piece and it like bowed. I'm just gonna put an easy access door that's like just a bit bigger than the dimensions of the hole. And I'll probably end up sealing it too, because like with silicone or something. Just because I don't want any water from underneath getting in or anything of the sort. And if I need to, I can just take that off when I remove it and then seal it up again. So I'm cool with that, and I think that's the route we're gonna take. So it's time to get sanding. Okay, so I've finished sanding the boards that I need for the cab area. This might be even more than I need for that specific place, but I'm going to be lining the edges and the top as well. So we'll see what I have left. I've got some other boards here. They're kind of like not as in great shape. These two are alright, but the other ones they've got cracks or they're really, really rugged. And I also have that one pallet left. But this one also seems to have quite a few cracks in it as well, so I'm gonna see where this gets me, and I'm gonna finish that upper area on the bottom, and then we'll see about the top afterwards. But I finished these in 80 grit just now. I'm gonna redo them in 120 grit, and then we'll get to sizing and cutting and installation. What is up, guys? I'm back, and today we are going to be finishing the sanding. I'm going to be going over all the boards with 120 grit. I'm most likely going to seal them just to protect them from moisture and things of that nature. We're going to get this cab area lifted off. I'm going to take out the screws that are protruding through the metal. I'm going to line everything up, make my cuts, hopefully get that all squared away, drilled in. I want to face the edges as well. And then see what I can do about the top, whether I'm just going to paint it or lay more board down depending on how much I need to get. I know I don't have enough for the whole thing, but we'll see where that goes. And then I want to get the gaps and cracks and fill those areas that I mentioned before, and I want to finish sealing this door window because the glass shifts because it's not a tight enough seal between the two plastic trims on the inside and the outside. And when I came out the other day, it was shifted and there's big gaps, and I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but it seems like I may have done it again. If so, I'll show you guys, and as well as the back window and a couple areas on some random parts here where the old caulking is no longer good. It's like a gray rubberized silicone and it peels out really easily, so I want to get some new good stuff in there before I do the outer trim of the windows with the ProFlex RV sealant, and then eventually do all the seams and edges with that same stuff, and then the last bit of sealing will be on the roof, but that'll be much later once I figure out which solar setup I want to do and how I'm going to mount the panels and get that mounting and bracket hardware on there first after I take this out, so I can see where I can securely drill it into, make sure it's in the frame, and then I'll be doing the roof. So for today we're gonna get that sanding finished. We're gonna try and square this away, and we'll see where we're at for the gaps and cracks and sealing the windows. I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store, see if I can find some wood sealant and get some gaps and cracks. But other than that, we should be good. And yeah, we'll see where today takes us. Hopefully we get some good progress going. This is what it's looking like now. And these are the screws that I was talking about that need to be lifted out. They're in this layer of wood, so this has to be taken out of this so that I can remove the screws out of here and place my new boards correctly. I'm considering installing a light here, just a 12 volt with a switch. So I'm gonna leave probably a little hole or something for that wire, and then we'll see we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is how it looks currently. Not super pretty, so I'm gonna be doing there to there, there out, here across, and then the same thing on this side. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this wire, but this is for the CB radio and I want to install a new one, so I don't want to like mess this up, but we'll see what happens. And ideally this wants to go up there, but I want to make sure that when I'm drilling in the new piece of wood, the wire isn't like crushed or something like that, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it. Okay, so everything's been sanded in 120 grit now, and I just washed them off, so I'm just going to let them dry. They're still damp, and they'll probably need a decent amount of time to fully dry, and then I'm going to coat them in like a semi-gloss wood finish just to seal the wood. And before that, I'm probably going to treat them with the mold prevention spray as well, just to be sure that they stay in good shape. And yeah, so a lot of them turned out really nice. Some of them are nicer than others. This one has a nice like color, a bit of a weathered look. The other side is very different. You can definitely tell which side was facing up and which side was facing down. But there's a lot of cool pieces. I'm looking forward to seeing how these look when they're fully sealed up and ready to go in. I'm gonna get that all prepped. But for now, I'm going to do the gaps and cracks around the window, this window on the other side, as well as a couple spots, like for example right here, they have this old silicone in there. It's really not good. So, could use some. I'm just gonna clean this area, and then we're gonna get the new silicone in there, and then I'm gonna do the gaps and cracks on those parts that I was mentioning earlier. So yeah, like there's a piece here, it has this old rubber. I'm gonna take that out, seal that up, and the main one that I wanted to address was this one. So this has shrunk from the sun and the age. So I think I'm gonna cut it, pull this out, see how much I can lay it down, and then fill in the rest. So probably put a bit here, and just there's a few other little spots like right here. This one's not so bad. I'm just gonna dig out the old stuff, and if I can't get it all out, I'll just put it over top, and it should be better than how it is now. And what I was talking about earlier with this window is it like shifts when you pull on it. So I came out the other day and it was like all shifted. So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to tighten these screws just a tad, just to see if it'll get a better grip. And then I'm going to seal around the edges on the outside. I probably will do the inside as well, just to be certain that it's sealed properly. Don't mind me. I'm just picking this old stuff away. I'm going to be painting this door, at least this part. to refinish it because it's not looking too hot. Ow! Stuff gets under your nail and it's like sharp, old flaky paint. So, yeah, let's get started. So here's an example of one of the pieces that I'm taking out. I've just been going around with the X-Acto knife and a flathead, just getting out the old piece. Pull this stuff out. Scrape away any debris. On both pieces. If you can shave down the rubber a bit, it'll probably help because you'll get a better contact with the new silicone, or whichever sealer you decide to choose. I'm using a primerless auto glass sealer just because it's going to be on directly on the glass here and not around the edges. So, and then take a little degreaser or whatever you so choose and just tidy that up as best as you can. This will help a lot with the contact for the new stuff. Let that dry a bit before you go ahead and continue, but you got the nice space there now. And I'll probably do that up there as well. I never even noticed that, but yeah. I'll show you guys the back. So I already cut it. I'm gonna basically dig out anything that's preventing it from lying flat. This old silicone. It's very gluey. Like very gluey. That is very bizarre. Oh, this gunk over here. It's like straight up caked with dirt. Take a look at that. Okay. And once I clean this up, I'm just gonna spray it again with degreaser and then try and lie it in as flat as possible. With the new silicone, I'll just push it in and then fill the gap. There is one. And do this little piece over here. So I'll show you guys the result when it's done. So we're using this primerless auto glass urethane. It's not a silicone. It should do the trick. Ooh, it's black. I wasn't expecting it to be black. Okay. Hopefully this stuff works. I have a feeling it's this, because this I found it in the RV. So I'm just gonna try it out. But I have silicone for doors and windows. I feel like that may be better, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to cut this. We'll try it out on one and see how it goes. And yeah. I'm not gonna do that one, but I'll try this one. Let's see how it goes.
Had to set the vibe when I wake up, man, it's all conscious. Yeah, we gon' raise the vibe all the way to the top, that's just how we riding. Yeah, we just here to spread love to everybody, shit, we stay sliding. Yo, grand rising. Brought that sage up in here to set that vibe up. You not alone on your journey, I'm beside you. And it's a good day once you make your mind up. You can't be in tune with everything that's around you, but if it's good vibes, you know it's a thumbs up, eh? Nowadays it seems it's all I'm making time for. I just want a lot of love to be 100. I won't chase it, I become it. Fear is an illusion, face it. Tell me how you living when you live within this matrix. Work on your subconscious, therefore you don't have to chase it. Take them to the basics, take it to the base. You can choose your whole identity, everything is energy. Gotta claim it now, we ain't chasing for no centuries. Living in the present, I ain't living in the history. Made it through another day, I take it as a victory. Grand rising, wake up. Had to set the vibe when I wake up, man, it's all conscious. Yeah, we gon' raise the vibe all the way to the top, that's just how we riding. Yeah, we just here to spread love to everybody, shit, we stay sliding. Yo, grand rising. Brought that sage up in here to set that vibe up. You not alone on your journey, I'm beside you. And it's a good day once you make your mind up. You can't be in tune with everything that's around you, but if it's good vibes, you know it's a thumbs up, eh? Nowadays it seems it's all I'm making time for. I just want a lot of love to be 100. I won't chase it, I become it. Put that vibe up there, homie, that's a fact. Ain't no going back, homie, it's a wrap. Bad vibes, I'ma leave them where they at. Type of energy that I don't even wanna match. Fact. Remember them days was up in the trap? Nowadays I can't even think on that. Life too good, don't you think on that? Life moving too fast, don't you blink on that? Know you feel. Free your mind, free your spirit, in that order. This word is yours, it's nobody told you. Don't say I never told you. Word. What is yours? I'm evolving and steady changing, tapping in new vibrations. Say that a nigga different, hold up, I couldn't blame you. Letting go of my identity got me healing. Can't explain how I'm feeling, but what a feeling. Hold up, I'm manifesting with the flavor. Switch it up, pack the bags, move from the neighbors. Buying land, talking copping a couple acres. Breaking free, give a fuck about the paper. Clean water source on the crib, it got solar. Gather my food from the roots until it's over. Balance my vibes in this world that's bipolar. New earth right around the corner, I told you. Screaming one love to the sun, redemption. You feel the vibe that I feel is too different. Can you feel the vibe that I feel is too different? Remember them days was up in the trap? Nowadays I can't even think on that. Life too good, don't you think on that? Life moving too fast, don't you blink on that? Know you feel. Free your mind, free your spirit, in that order. This word is yours, if nobody told you. Don't say I never told you. Word. The word is yours.